Wild Way on One Radio, 24/7 of worldwide music. Yeah.
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Jordan of CmdEsc. I am your host for today's episode. I am joined by my boy Notick. I'm here in studio with him. Notick, go ahead and say hello. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself if you don't mind.
Hey Jordan, thanks for having me. I am from Chicago. I've been doing music for quite some time. I started out in percussion, doing like drum lines, stuff like that. Kind of still doing that professionally through college, and then now I am a part of the Chicago Bears drum line. It's always a good time. We can just like jam around the stadium. And at this point now with my music career, I'm just having a lot of fun making bass music. Been doing that for about 5 or so years now. Because I kind of just wanted to branch out, make my own thing, and electronic music's kind of always inspired me. So it's been a lot of fun. But I've been on Westwood Recordings for a few years now. So if you're ever curious, just check me out there. But yeah, that's kind of it.
Sweet, man. I love that. So you're part of the Chicago Bears drum line, man. That's pretty epic, man. I don't think there's too many people out there that can say that. So very cool, man. Kudos. I'm gonna give you the snaps there. So sweet, man. So tell me like a little bit about what's been inspiring the music of late, right? You know, obviously we got a little background on you right there, but so you actually have a feature that we're gonna start off with from you. This is your track Generate. So just maybe like just let me know like where your headspace was at when making this, like what really inspired you, what kind of artists like were you listening to at the time or even currently still that inspire your writing, you know?
I think when I was making this one, I really wanted to focus a little bit more on melody as opposed to just like heavy hitting bass sound, because I think with this EP there was a handful of tracks on it that were just a lot more sound design focused. Not to say that this one isn't, but this one definitely leans a little bit more on the melodic side of things. So I kind of wanted to branch into that a bit more. But I would say in terms of artists at the time, I think I was listening to Frequent a lot. And yeah, people like him, people like Mr. Bill, with that like weird funky sound design, but still has like a sense of like melody to it, you know?
Yeah, no, totally, man. I think that gives us a good sense of what to kind of expect here as we head into this first track. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a listen. This is Notick with Generate.
after or what came before. You just start to bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump.
Switch. People that switch. People that
Oh man, that was a heater right there, man. That was.
Thank you.
Whew, yeah. Oh my good lord, man. That was a lot. So no, I liked it a lot, man. That was cool. I'm glad you gave me the preference because I knew what was coming, kind of, but I didn't realize it was going to be that hot. So I really appreciate you showing us that and giving us a little insight to where your headspace was at, dude.
For sure, yeah. It's all the goofy rhythms in there that were a lot of fun to put together and kind of throw into Ableton and just mess around with.
It's so much ear candy, just really like, man, just so much ear candy to fuck around with, like there's so many things to like, so many things to grasp on, but not too much to where I felt like overwhelmed by the song, and I really enjoyed that a lot, man. So really nice job on that track.
Thanks. Yeah, that's the hard balance to find, is to not overdo it but keep it interesting,
No, absolutely, man. And guys struggle with that, but not you. But not you, my friend. You come to play, man. So, and ladies and gentlemen, this is why we do this show, so we can show you guys fucking tracks like that, because that was awesome. Let's go ahead and play another track from a guy from Chicago. This is our boy Thicky, who's also on Hotkey Collective. He's here with our boy Shroomy. We released a track from Shroomy back in January and one from Thicky in December. So you guys can go and check those out, anywhere you stream music. Also make sure you get over to, I assume, Notick, that they can find Generate on Spotify, and all that kind of good stuff, right?
Yeah, that's on all platforms.
Hell yeah, sweet. So let's go ahead and jump into this next one. This is the Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears, in the Shroomy Thicky remix. That'll be coming out on Hotkey Remix this week.
The light in the window is a crack in the sky.
Well, that was also very, very fun right there.
Hell yeah.
I rather enjoyed that. That's our boys Thicky and Shroomy together on the remix here. They decided to put their heads together to try to get a real banger going. And honestly, I do love it. A couple things I hear in there, but man, I fucking love that track.
Yeah, no, the first drop's sick with all the space that they have in there. Like they do a good job of filling it up and then keeping all that breathing room in there. It's a really cool vibe.
Absolutely, the space in that first drop. I mean, I feel like, you know, if done right, like man, that could be like a euphoric experience, like at a festival, man. Like you hear those Aussie vocals just fucking screaming at you like that. Like, yeah, man, it'd be a tough thing to forget, you know.
Right. It caught me off guard in a good way.
Yeah, exactly, man. I think I showed this to Vacult and he had a very similar reaction, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think this has been so far. Every time we show people this, they get excited about it, and it's kind of turning it from something that we were like, oh, let's just drop this on SoundCloud, people will enjoy it, to like, maybe we do this one right, like, you know, try to figure out a way to get you to get some licenses to drop this, because this is really fucking cool. So so yeah, we'll just see how it progresses, man. I'm really excited about that though. But yeah, man, that's our boys. Make sure to check them out on Instagram, Shroomy Official. You got Thicky Official as well. Definitely check them out. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at a track that we have coming out on Hotkey Collective in April. It's actually going to be our 1-year anniversary tune. So I'm pretty excited about this. This is actually from I just mentioned him a second ago, Vacult, an Oregon-based producer. He's bounced around between Oregon and San Francisco, but we're hoping that he comes back to California real soon.
Wild One Radio, 24/7 of worldwide music.
This is Vacult with his new tune, Detonator, out on Hotkey Collective April 4th.
Set it off like I'm a detonator. Bring it on. Bring it on. finish your bag. Finish your bag. I gotta finish your bag.
I'm the Terminator, peep out the flavor, about to set it off like I'm a detonator. About to set it like, about to set it off like I'm the Terminator. Peep out the flavor, I'm the Terminator. About to set it like. About to set it off like I'm a detonator.
Well, that was Vacult with obviously Detonator. That's coming out next month on Hotkey Collective. Once again, that's our 1-year anniversary track. I'm very excited about that one.
Yeah, that's super sick. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. Vacult is just such a clean producer. You know, man. I really love. I mean, he's one of my favorites, obviously, right now, man. He's just killing it.
Yeah, he's got such a good mix on. Like I've heard some of his other tracks. He's got such a good mix on. I think a lot of his tunes, and they like all have that consistent sound design behind them. Like you can tell it's him.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You know, I mean, and, we played a show together actually this past month in San Diego, and man, just like hearing every one of his tracks, you could tell which one was his tracks in a good way. It wasn't like he stood out in a bad way. It was like, man, those were the heaviest hitters in his whole set. You know, it didn't matter what he was playing; it was his stuff that hit the hardest. So, yeah, no, I'm really really excited to be working with Vacult. I'm happy I'm very proud to have his single coming up here on our label. So, stoked for that. All right, man. Well, I got a couple more tunes for us here. Let's go ahead and take a look here. I have my boy Kyler with Gotta Do. So I don't know if this is something that he's put out just yet. I think this is still kind of on the DL, but it's a nice little tune that he's hooked me up with here, and I hope you all enjoy it. Hey, that was our boy Kyler with Gotta Do. It's one of his new tracks that he just sent me. Been banging it out in my sets. People really seem to enjoy this one, at least in my lighter sets. You know, we do got those sets where we bring the heat. So, but for our lighter ones, though, people really seem to be fucking around with this.
Yeah, it's got a nice bounce to it.
Hell yeah, man! I know it's a little lighter than the tempos you bring in the ear candy you're popping off with, but it's always nice to get a little change in the palette from time to time. You know,
I appreciate that. Yeah,
yeah, man. I feel a little groovy on us.
No, I've been hearing nothing but bangers from you guys, so it's been great.
Well, man, that is a nice little segue for us actually into the next section of this show, which we like to call IDs at the door. This is where we show off an ID from somebody. We figure since you are our special guest, who are better to share an ID from? Why don't you go ahead and just you don't have to talk too much about it because obviously it's an ID, it's on the hush hush. But tell us just a little something about it. Give us a taste of what to expect here.
Yeah, no, I was just going for a spooky mid-tempo type tune. Just some hard-hitting basses on the drop. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of it. Nothing too crazy, but it's a fun one to listen to.
Going for that spooky bass.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, man. Well, let's check out this spooky bass then. Let's see how spooky it really is.
Hypnosis is usually induced by a procedure known as a hypnotic induction involving a series of preliminary concentration. The person can concentrate intensely on a specific thought or memory while blocking out sources of
Altered state.
Yo, that's an ID right there for sure, man. That was dope as fuck. Very spooky.
Thank you.
Very spooky. I'm gonna need a blankie, bro. Shit is spooky as hell.
Need some blankie and cookies after that one.
Absolutely, man. You need them comforts after something like that, man. Well, that was just awesome. Thank you for sharing that ID with us. When can we expect that to be out? And do you have any other new music that you got coming out you wanna plug us onto here before we get guest mix?
Yeah, absolutely. So this will be a part of an EP I plan to release with Westwood Recordings. probably in the next couple months here. We're still nailing down a release date, but things are moving. I would imagine before the summer, I'd say.
Sweet, man. That's really awesome, dude. What? Tell me a little bit more about Westwood, if you don't mind, and just kind of like their deal, just for those who don't know.
Yeah, no, they're a studio up in Canada. I'm pretty sure Vancouver area, but they've got a lot of artists. They're based from the Funk Hunters, if you've heard of them. But they've got artists like Slink, Kotek, Defunk. They usually go for a funky type bass sound, but they have a lot of other artists like myself making like mid-tempo. They have some like folk bands and stuff like that too. So they have a whole bunch of just like array of artists.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty diverse music catalog they may support there. So that's very cool, man. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Could create music out this way is a similar one that a few of guys with Hotkey and affiliates have worked with that they have a lot of success with. So those type of collectives, I think, and labels are really on the rise. Those ones that kind of cater to the up and coming artists.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, hell yeah, man. Well, that's really great, dude. I'm excited to get into your guest mix here. It's going to be 30 minutes of some nonstop joints, I'm sure, just like we heard here. Is there anything else you want us to know, man? Where can we find you on social media if we were looking? I'm sure people here would love to follow you, man. Where can we find you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on most social media under NOTICK_music. Yeah, that's Instagram, TikTok, all the good stuff. So definitely feel free to check me out. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of things moving this year, so be on the lookout.
Yeah, man, keep up with them. All these guys, you definitely want to be there to say, like, I was listening to this guy way before everybody else were. Be those people. That's what we want here. You know what I mean? Appreciate you guys tuning in with us here this week. Catch us next month for a brand new episode, but you can hear this episode air every week. Give us a follow, a like, subscribe. We got a lot of stuff happening this year. More live shows coming, more tunes dropping, episodes again airing every month, brand new. We might even kick you 2 episodes this month, so just be on the lookout for that. Just more reason to be tuning in every week. Nada, go ahead and take us out with this guest mix, man. I'm excited for this heaviness.
Hell yeah! Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Wild One Radio, 24/7 of worldwide music.
You know it's time to get beat. Pow, pow.
It's okay, I get it poppin'.
And I just
You are treading on the edge of disaster.
them out here, they've all gone. Oh, please tell me where they've gone. Please tell me. Molly, I don't know. I'm not so busy. Am I running home? Oh, look.
That's going to do it for our show today. Big thanks to my boy Notick for being our guest and treating us to a special mix session. Catch us every Monday at 7 p.m. here only on WOW.